just need to work on your process. Don't look at anybody else's. Don't. I know we have a habit of like trying to steal from the greats, and I do think there's something to that. You should definitely figure out, what other people are doing and if that can help you. But truthfully, the only thing you really need to worry about is what works for you. Because it's not going to be exactly the same for you as it is for somebody else. The things that get them going, the things that keep them focused, the way they get started, or even the way they maintain that process, it's going to look different than yours. It's inevitable. So there's nothing wrong with stealing from other people when it comes to, especially people who have achieved a level of success. I would recommend you steal from them. But the point I'm making is like, even their process is going to look different because their brain has different, I wouldn't say dopamine receptors, but there's things that matter to them more. There's things that get them going more. They're just a different person. They have a different personality. And so the point I'm making is if you try to go 3-a-day workouts like Kobe, you might just burn yourself out. His brain might need those 3 workouts to make sure he feels comfortable and confident. His body will feel okay, or he can deal with the pain that comes from that. Bro, you might only be able to do 2 workouts a day. Maybe you work out for 3 hours at a time to make up the difference. I'm just giving you an example. The point I'm making is just, you got to figure out what works for you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for somebody else. That doesn't mean it's going to look like anyone else's process. And who gives a... Who cares? As long as it's working, who cares? At the end of the day, are you getting some kind of results? Alright. We can refine that. We can work with that. We can figure out how to improve on what it is that you already have. But you got to start something in a way that makes sense for you. You're just one of... how many people are there? There's so many people, but you're unique regardless of how you spin it. Due to your experiences, where you come from, everything you've been through, everyone you've met, your mindset, everything, who your parents are, all that contributes to who you are. So whether you want to be or not, you're unique. And in that, you'll have to have a unique process by which you get things done, especially creative things. Anything with creativity. So start working on your process. Only focus on yours. Because everyone's going to have something to say about what you're doing, or we have a natural inclination to look at what other people are doing and think like, oh, maybe they're doing it a little bit better. They're not. They're just doing what works for them. So do what works for you. I'm gonna do what works for me. Yeah.